From far and wide, Oilers fans, this is Dolynny TV. And welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion here on Dolynny TV. Finally, after what seems like forever ago, we get ourselves an edition where we're doing a game preview and talking about a critical division matchup. Yes, indeed, it's against, once again, the Vancouver Canucks. And guys, as I billed it last time, and I will bill it exactly the damn same this time, it is Pettersson versus McDavid, Boeser versus Draisaitl, 2.0, round 2, the rematch, whatever you want to call it. Of course, first time round, Boeser and Pettersson absolutely embarrassed the Edmonton Oilers. It was a dismal performance, and it began this 3-game slide, right? It's been an ugly go for the Edmonton Oilers into the holiday season. However, we still sit inside a playoff spot. The problem is, as I'm trying to preview this game, trying to build it up as much as I can for you guys, the Vancouver Canucks stand within 1 point of the Edmonton Oilers in the division standings, which means a win tonight in regulation puts them in that divisional wildcard spot and puts us out of a playoff spot. And I don't exactly want to talk about that because that's a very ugly, scary thing to get to now. In case the same thing happens as last time, I will get to Elias Pettersson right here, right now. For my fans from Sweden, if you're tuning in, I know last time you guys were a little harping in the comment section saying you wanted to hear a little bit about Pettersson before I talk too much about everything else. So, the matchup, like I said, it all comes down to Pettersson versus McDavid. This is why Pettersson is so friggin' scary. 36 points in 33 games played as a rookie for the Vancouver Canucks. The thing is, you know what? This time around, I'm feeling a little bit more confident because Pettersson only in the past 5 games has 3 points. Okay, that's a good point, Oilers fans. Look at it one of two ways. Either he's due to break out of the slump, or look at it as maybe we continue to shut him down, because here's the theory. In games in which Pettersson gets no points in the past 5 games, in his past 5 games, in the Canucks' past 5 games, the Canucks have lost both games. That game against Tampa Bay and that game against Winnipeg. Massive. Okay, let's see. Magical numbers. That's an easy one to figure out. Mr. Elias Pettersson has to be shut down. 0 points on the board, and we stand a very good chance of winning due the Edmonton Oilers if they do such a thing. So now a couple lineup notes, and let's get through the Edmonton Oilers lineup and look at exactly what we're looking at tonight against the Canucks at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Chiasson, McDavid, Draisaitl. Hallelujah, it's back together. I don't know why it ever really got broken up in the first place. Yes, mind you, there were a couple good ideas with Jesse Puljujärvi up there, but it was a line that was producing. Honestly, what I would have done is instead of moving Chiasson from the top line, I would have moved Puljujärvi onto the top power play unit. That would have been my move. However, the power play was very sharp the other night, so maybe, you know what, I'm not the coach. I'm not Ken Hitchcock. I don't know what my boys got. I don't know what the guys are going to do given different line combinations, and so far it's been losses. But Chiasson back with McDavid and Draisaitl, hopefully it re-sparks that just chemistry they seem to have. And it's not exactly chemistry, it's more biology almost. Hockey player biology, hockey player DNA. That is exactly why that line works so well. It's because Chiasson drives the net. McDavid and Draisaitl, it's a sixth sense. They know. They just know where each other are. And even when they don't know where each other are, the puck finds themselves to find each other. And if Chiasson's crashing and banging, he's going to clean up the garbage just like Patty Maroon did back in the day. So hold off. It's a great move. I think it's going to very much so help against the Vancouver Canucks. And I really, really hope it makes us a competitive team against a team that has Boeser and Pettersson on the line. Now, Reader, RNH, and Puljujärvi, okay, you know what? Maybe. I don't know what to read of that. I'm not sure. Maybe, possibly. I think it's going to be fine. Puljujärvi, I imagine, rested after Christmas. I think he's going to come back clean head, stay where he was pre-Christmas. And if he does that, I think we're going to see a very good game out of RNH's line. Then Lucic, Brodziak, and Kazian are back together. So we've got 2 main lines, a first and a third line. back together, ready to go, ready to rip, and I'm just excited to see this consistent Oilers club get back to what they've done before, get back to that winning way, right? That streak at which they were 9-2-2 under Ken Hitchcock, and just get back to playing the hockey those lines know how to do. Zykov, Spooner, and Ratty on the fourth line. You know what? Not where we'd like to be, but here's the thing. Caggiula is out with the flu, and of course Kara is still suspended. He'll be back Saturday, so you got to toss it up, right? Caggiula out with the flu. Obviously, that's going to mean Ratty and Zykov getting in the lineup because Kara's also out with suspension. I'm not going to play the blame game. I like both players. Just a matter of, is it going to work out against the Vancouver Canucks, especially with a team that has Elias Pettersson, has Brock Besser, has a bunch of other scoring threats that can kill you if you throw out the wrong line at the wrong time in the wrong situation. It's as simple as that. And that is another weak spot for us when we start talking about wrong time, wrong place, wrong situation. Nurse Larson, Gravel Benning, Jones Wideman. No Garrison, he's out with the flu. No Russell, he'll be back either Saturday or Monday. And of course, there is still no Oscar Klefbom. So without 3 of our top 8 defensemen, things are hurting bad for the Edmonton Oilers on the back end at this point. So you got to believe that realistically things should come together okay for us should the forwards score enough goals. That's what it comes down to. And you know what? Honestly, if I'm Adam Larson and Darnell Nurse tonight, I am shooting to shoot it through the goaltender. That's really the only way you should be shooting it from the point tonight. You want every puck that you send on net, whether you're Chiasson, Draisaitl, McDavid, Zykov, Kazian, Lucic, Puljujarvi, Reeder, RNH, whoever you are, you want every puck to force its way into the back of the net tonight, because that's what it's going to take to beat a team that uses so well Elias Pettersson. My dog barked and totally blanked my mind. Elias Pettersson and Brock Besser. Vancouver Canucks, they get desperate, they throw them out there, and those guys perform. Thing is, the Oilers kind of have inconsistency in tight spaces a lot of the time, unless McDavid's absolutely having a phenomenal game, and sometimes goaltending shuts them down as well. So pay attention. It's going to be an interesting battle, and I think the big thing here for the Oilers is the fact that Koskinen's in net. Koskinen in net, 925 save percentage. Just hold it steady Eddie, right? If you can save more than a 920 save percentage tonight against the Vancouver Canucks, I believe the Edmonton Oilers have this hockey game in hand. The question is, like I said, what does Elias Pettersson do? What does Brock Besser do? And essentially, what does the Oilers defense do? Because with this team, for the Oilers, it is a big question of defense by committee. And is Nurse Larson ready to shut down the top guys? And then is Gravel Benning going to be able to handle second and third line time? Because, I mean, Jones and Wideman, if they see ice time against the second line or the first line, it's going to be a nightmare for the Edmonton Oilers this evening. However, like I said, you get Nurse Larson out there for the first and second lines, and then you kind of use the bottom 4 to spend off the second, third lines and fourth line of the Vancouver Canucks. It should all work out fine and dandy, but that's what I said last time. I thought last time, you know what, it's Vancouver Canucks, it's going to be a good game, just shut down Pettersson and Besser and we'll be fine, and then we lost. So maybe I shouldn't be running my mouth saying how to do it all over again, because it clearly didn't work last time. The one thing, I will harp and preach this one again, is as simple as this for the Edmonton Oilers: stay out of the penalty box. Because you go to the penalty box, it happened against the Vancouver Canucks last time. It will happen exactly the same again if they do the same thing. You can't afford to go to the penalty box against the Vancouver Canucks. I'm sorry, I've already said it 5 times. How many times do you want to hear? Because of an effective use of Pettersson and Brock Besser. You want to talk about those guys? I'll talk about them till the cows come home. But you just can't give them A, open shots, B, ice, C, power play time, because it will be a disaster for your hockey team if you're trying to shut them down and you're giving them those 3 key ingredients to succeed. Anyways, guys, that is the preview I have for you for today's Oilers match versus the Vancouver Canucks. I'm Tyson. This has been Dolynny TV. I will catch you guys in the next one.